What's up guys? Today's episode I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite things about being a mechanic. So stay tuned, hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get started. Yo! What is up guys? Nick Nakai here. Let's Drift Media. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button down below. So today's episode, I'm going to cover 5 topics that I feel are my top 5 reasons why I love what I do, being a flat rate mechanic at a Toyota dealership. Making this video because there's a lot of negativity I feel like about being a mechanic. Like so many people just complain and say like get out of this industry, like you don't want to work on cars for the rest of your life, like this job sucks, get another job. And I feel like no matter what job you work in, things are gonna suck. Like no matter what you do, eventually you're gonna stop liking it as much as you did before. But I mean, that's just how life works in my opinion. I would say is just after you do things for so long, you're not gonna like it anymore. So I understand, but I just wanted to make this video to share my favorite things about being a mechanic that I feel make it worthwhile to me. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. So if you're new to this channel, I've been in this industry for about 8 years, bounced around from Toyota to BMW to GM, back to Toyota. So I've been kind of around the block, seeing like a decent amount of stuff, I would say. So that's my background for you guys. If you guys want to know more about me, you can go back to my previous videos and check out my journey. So we're gonna start with reason number 1. Number 1 reason why I think it's great to be a mechanic is the money. A lot of people complain and say the money sucks, but it's one of those things where it's what you make of it, because no matter what, as a flat rate mechanic, you're gonna make double minimum wage off the bat, so that's already a plus. And the fact that that's just your base pay, and being a flat rate mechanic, you kind of decide your own pay. Like how hard do you want to work? How much do you want to bust your ass? How bad do you want to kill yourself at work to make that paycheck? So it's like kind of great to be able to make that decision on your own, like whether you want to bust ass or not, or just chill and take the hourly rate. But I mean, even you have to think about it, even though your base pay may be 28 right now in California, at least if you're in California, because that's what the law is, that's $28 an hour. But if you're flagging 100, 120 hours, 130 hours a paycheck, then really you're making a lot more than $28 an hour. Say you were clocked in for 80 hours, ends up being more in like the $40, 40 plus an hour range if you really were to divide your paycheck versus how many hours you're clocked in. So in my opinion, I think the pay is really great. I mean, I'm 28 years old and I was able to afford my first house, and that to me that to me is like a big accomplishment. And to just go to show you that if you're willing to work hard and work for it, you can make a decent living and have a decent life. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. I feel like I live pretty comfortably. If there's something I want, I don't have to be like, oh fuck, like I can't afford that right now. Like for the most part, I can afford the things that I want, whatever hobbies I'm into. I may not buy it. I'm not saying like I'm buying like a brand new car every day, but I'm not living like that paycheck to paycheck where it's like by the end of the paycheck and I'm broke and I can't even pay my cell phone bill or anything like that. So just wanted to throw that out there for you guys, that you can make a good living if you're willing to work for it. So yeah, enough about the money part. I mean, it's not all about the money, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the money. It still is a job, so you still have to see it like that. But that would just be one main reason I would say being a mechanic is very rewarding. Second reason I would say, besides the money, would be having access to a lift at work. Yes, that's for work, but off the clock, any dealership I've been to, they let you, pretty much how it's been is like, you can bring your own car into the shop or your family member's car. So I mean, you can't be like really doing side jobs at work, like on your homies' cars, but I mean, being able to say you gotta like replace the brakes on your car, or you're trying to install coilovers, or even do an alignment, just having access to all those tools and equipment at work to have at your disposal for your own personal car is a big plus. Like I did my 240's transmission, I dropped the transmission and did the clutch at work. Yeah, it was a job I could have done in my driveway, but everyone knows having a lift just makes big jobs like that so much easier, and it's really nice to be able to have access to that and any kind of equipment. All your tools are there. Help is there if you need help. It's just a big perk, in my opinion, is just having access to a lift. Another reason is the knowledge you gain. Like I always say, you're not going to learn really anything in school besides getting you like kind of book smart. But 99% of the knowledge I have is working in the industry, at work, getting my ass kicked, fucking up cars, and that's how I've learned 99% of my knowledge when it comes to fixing cars, working on cars, doing anything with cars. Really, it's like everything I've learned is learned at work at the dealership. So there's so much stuff that you can learn on customer cars, and that's just knowledge in the bank in your brain. So say you get like that problem that you had at work on like this no start condition, you already know from scenarios you've seen at work, so you could apply those same tactics that you've learned at home. Say you're doing a side job. It just gives you that much more knowledge. Cars are always coming into the shop for different reasons, different problems, and all these problems that you go through just makes you that much better of a tech. And yeah, that's knowledge you're gonna be using at work, but a lot of the times I find myself using that knowledge outside of work. Say I'm working on a car and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then like I think back to a time where I had the same problem at work on maybe a different car, or maybe even the same car, and I already know the answer because I went through that experience at work at the dealership. So that one is like, that one's seriously just priceless because you can't buy knowledge. Another reason I love being a dealership tech is the friends / people you meet at work. A lot of the people I met at work end up becoming really good friends because I mean, you see them every day. You're working next to them for like 8 hours a day. So it's like you build like these really strong bonds and connections with the people at your work. And not only that, like the good times you have, every dealership I've been to, I mean, besides Chevy, but Toyota, both Toyota dealerships I've been at and BMW, is just like, there's so many good times you have it there, and I have like so many memories at each dealership of like funny things that happen, or like things people said, things people do, like the jokes people make. Like it's just like, I don't know, like you just have like a really good time sometimes, and that's something that like I really love about working at the dealership, because every day is different and like you just have some really good laughs. I'm telling you right now, working in the dealership can be really fun sometimes. And also pretty shitty, but sometimes it's really fun. And not to mention the connections. Now I feel like meeting all these people, different faces, I have so many connections now that I would have never had I not worked in these dealerships. And now it's like, if I need like a part plug or I need a smog guy, like I know a guy, or I know someone who knows a guy. Like I feel like once you're in the auto industry, everybody knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, and that guy could be someone you need. And then, so not working in the dealership, I would not have half of the connections I have right now. So that's another big thing that I think a lot of people forget about, is the connections you make. And last but not least is the fact that you're kind of your own boss. I always say this, when you're a flat rate mechanic, you decide your paycheck. No one decides it for you. And what I mean by that is when they give you repair orders as a technician, no one is really saying like, this needs to get done right now, like get it done in this time frame. Yes, they're gonna have a time where they want it done by, but no one's really breathing down your ass most of the time, like watching you, like making sure you're getting it done. Usually it's like, you get a ticket and it's like, it gets done when it gets done. So that's kind of where you get to decide, like, do I wanna just milk it and just get paid? Like, say this job pays 2 hours. I can spend up to 2 hours if I want to on it. Or do I wanna get this job done in like 1 hour and then move on to the next job and stack those 2 hours in the bank? So that's like a really, really awesome part about being a flat rate mechanic, is it's like, if you want to hustle and flag a bunch of hours and have a fat paycheck, you can do that. But at the same time, if you don't feel like working and you just want to kind of cruise by, I mean, some days I'm not feeling it and like I'll just take forever on doing a job because I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it every day. So that's just one really awesome part, is like you really do feel like your own boss. Like, yes, at the end of the day, you're working for Toyota, you're working for this dealership, they're your boss, they control your paycheck. But really, I've always seen it, and I probably always will see it, is you control your own paycheck. You decide how much money you want to make. So that's like a really awesome feeling, because say compared to like another job where you're just sourly salary or hourly, it doesn't matter how much work you do, you're getting paid that set frame rate. So yeah, that is nice at the same time because you don't have to worry about how hard to work. It's like, you know, your set paycheck. But for me, I'm young right now. I'm able to grind and hustle pretty hard. So I like being this commission style a lot more, at least for my age. But I could see as you get older, you may not want to grind as hard and you'd rather have something more secure where you can just chill. But for me right now, I like being able to be flat rate. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this video to show you guys that it's not as bad as some people make it sound, but at the same time, it's not as good as some people make it sound. So just a lot of things to consider. That's it for this episode, guys. Let me know what topics you guys would like me to cover in future episodes, because a lot of the time, I really don't know what to talk about or what to do. So anyone keeping up on the garage series, still working on that, waiting on some toolboxes, tool storage, so I can actually have a spot to put my tools in, because right now I'm storing them in a Walmart cooler and kind of just on the floor, so it's just like a total mess out there right now. But I should be filming more in the garage pretty soon. Got a lot more content for the garage coming, and it just seems like a never-ending process now being a homeowner, but still loving it. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment, really helps the YouTube algorithm and really helps my channel grow. So hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up.